2/3 of the way there, everything hurts. My quad is cramping, my ankles feel like they're going to snap, my feet are feels like I'm running on pins and needles. I can barely lift my feet up, as you can see. Oh my god, I'm in so much pain.
To get back into the habit of running, I set myself a goal at the beginning of October to run 125 miles before the end of the year. Well, it's now 8 AM on the 30th of December and I've still got 22 miles to go. So I have three options. I could accept that I'm going to miss my goal for this quarter. I could run 11 miles today, which would be the furthest I've ever run, and then the same again tomorrow. Or I could run it all in one day.
And if you're going to do 22 miles in one go, why not run a marathon?
I'd be running around the Eton Dorney Lake, which is where the rowing was held during the London 2012 Olympics. I picked this location because it's flat and close to home, but the downside was it was only 3 miles, so I'd be doing 9 monotonous laps. Still, at least it's pretty.
So you're probably wondering why I'm doing this. Well, number one, I set myself a goal and I don't like to fail at the goals I set. Number two, 2020 has been an absolutely year for everyone, and it'd be nice to tick off a bucket list item. Number three, all of my challenges up until now that I've ever done in my life have all been group challenges. So it'd be nice to prove to myself that I am able to do a challenge all on my own, with my own will and determination. And the fourth and final reason is to raise some money for charity. If you've got any spare cash left over from Christmas, if you've got any money that you would have spent on New Year's Eve that you now won't be spending, donate it to the Against Malaria Foundation. The link is in my bio on Instagram and it will be below this video on YouTube. It's a really great charity. They're voted one of the most effective charities by the GiveWell organisation. 100% of that money will go towards buying nets to prevent malaria, which is the biggest killer of pregnant women in the world. Quarter of the way through, feeling alright at the moment. Yesterday I was listening to the Born to Run audiobook, great book by the way, and I've only got a third of the way through it, but I think the general gist is the way to run without pain is to love every moment of it. So I'm pretending at the moment that I'm loving every moment of this. Not sure it's working. My bloody Apple Watch turned off over there, which means I think I've just lost a mile.
I had, but because I didn't know the exact distance I'd lost, I decided to run according to the distance on my watch, which meant that I now had to run over 27 miles. But at this point I was feeling great. I had good music to keep me company and was still feeling relatively fresh for the second half of the marathon.
Celebratory Jaffa cake at the halfway point, half marathon done. So let's talk about my preparation before this run. Over the last 3 months, I've averaged 7 miles a week, which, when you compare it to the 50 miles a week that's recommended over a 6-month period in preparation for a marathon, is not very good.
But I did at least have a big breakfast, and I bought some energy drinks, bananas, energy gels and Vaseline. So I should be fine, right?
2/3 of the way there, everything hurts. Everything hurts. Oh, my ankles, my feet, my toenail, one of my toenails is really painful, my hips. But I'm just going to keep me.
Over the next 2 miles, my strides got shorter and I was feeling more and more fatigued.
3/4 of the way there. I'm so tired now that I just dropped my phone. Everything hurts.
I was beginning to hit the infamous wall, which meant I needed energy fast, and my timing couldn't have been worse. Ben had gone back to the car to get warm, which meant that I was left without the food and drink that I needed for 4 grueling miles. Unfortunately, my feelings towards him in those moments were not caught on camera, but you can guess what they were.
24 miles. Oh my god, I'm in so much pain. My quad is cramping. My ankles feel like they're going to snap. My feet feels like I'm running on pins and needles. I can barely lift my feet up, as you can see. But 2.5 miles to go. Support crew. Ah! Quads are getting so tight. Oh my god. Try and lift them.
As I rounded the top bend for the final time, I thought I was going to have to stop and stretch out my cramping legs, but I managed to push through.
Home stretch, oh my god, my quads are so tight. Oh. 800 meters to go. This last bit is for all those that supported me today, Ben and Chelsea, everyone that's donated already. If you haven't already, then donate, please. This is for all those people in Africa who suffer from malaria each year, and this is for everyone who's had such a shit 2020.
Woo!
We're ending it on a high.
Speeding up now.
0.05 of a mile. 0.04 of a mile.
Including the section where my watch stopped, I'd actually run 27.3 miles, finishing the marathon in 4 hours and 10 minutes. Running that marathon was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, but even though everything in my body hurts today, I wouldn't change any moment of it. When you push yourself through a challenge like that, it changes you. And for that reason, I would encourage everyone watching this video to set themselves a cardio challenge for this month. It could be 1 mile or 100 miles. It doesn't matter how far it is or how fast you go, as long as you're pushing yourself to your limits. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week.